welcome to Man2Man, a show that focuses on men's issues like drugs, alcohol, and addiction disorder. Our topic for today is distilling and living. And on our studio today, we have Mr. James Chirwa. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed. Mr. James is a distiller, and he's been doing this for a while now. Mr. James, tell us about yourself a bit, man.
So I'm James Chirwa. Originally, I'm from Malawi. I came to South Africa in 2013. Just to try and see if I can change my life and try new stuff. So I've been here since 2013.
No.
Yeah.
And life is in South Africa comparing to Malawi. How has it been for you?
It's been hard. Yeah, it's been hard. Though it's things have been changing, for the better. But yeah, we always go through that. Yeah.
You're a distiller, right?
Yeah.
What did you have to study to become a distiller?
Actually, it's a funny thing. I was never a distiller. What I did study, I studied marketing. So through 2013 up to 2017, I've worked with different companies. And then in 2017, I started working for a company called Woodstock Gin. It was one of the best brands in that time when it comes to distilling and creating, unique products when it comes to gin in the market. So I did marketing for them for almost a year. Then I got retrenched. But when I was working with them, I was doing marketing. Then I tried to teach myself the distilling process. When you're trying to market something, you try to...
You have to know about it, obviously.
So using those tactics, and the owner of the company also, he was very good to me. He didn't hide any information that I needed. So that's how I became a distiller. So I can't say I really did study for it until recently.
Okay. So recently you went to study?
Recently I did an online course with distilling to get my master's,
Nice. Wow. Yeah. How long did that take you?
It's because I had the background already, and I just needed to have the paper. It only took me like 2 months.
No. Wait. So you worked for a company, not even as one of the staff in production.
No.
You were a marketer.
Yeah.
But you have this urge to learn more about it. And you learned so much that you started doing your own.
Yeah, I'm a person that questions everything that I touch. Like if I see someone doing something that is quite interesting, I always try to put myself, to get to know more about it. So when the guys are distilling, sometimes I'll go to them like, okay guys, what are you doing here? What's this? What's that? How are you making this? So because sometimes I'll just sit at the office, working. Then maybe I'll work, and I want to have something maybe to do for a few minutes. Then I'll be like, okay, let me see what the guys are doing, and then maybe I'll help with bottling. I'll help with reducing the alcohol percentage in the main batch that we just did. So all those kind of stuff coming together. In 2018, I got retrenched at that company. So when I got retrenched, and then I had a baby. My daughter.
What's her name again?
Jaira. Jaira.
Jaira.
Yeah, that means Jehovah enlightens. Yeah.
Jehovah enlightens. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm still in that one.
Yeah. So when I had my daughter, then I got retrenched. It kind of put me in a tough situation. I was depressed. I was like, okay, how am I going to take care of my family and stuff like that? Then that's when now, thinking, I was like, let me try to do something. In doing that, then I got a job at Taj Hotel as a driver. So I used to work there, do this, do that, and then I came across a certain tea that was changing to pink, and it has strawberries in it. So that kind of gave me a direction of what I wanted to do with my gin. I was like, okay, why don't I do something that is not in the market, create a fruit-infused gin? Then that's when I came up with my first gin. That was a strawberry, straight fruit-infused strawberry gin. Using that tea. So when I was working at Taj, I was working with the recipes.
It became big.
It became big. People liked it. Yeah, we did a couple of events, and people started inviting us to go do tastings or attend events. We ended up going to one of the biggest shows, which is the Tops Wine Show
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Joburg.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we started exporting to UK. We exporting to.
Wow.
So
Is
yeah,
this
so
the
it was
Lady Craft Gin?
Yeah, so this is the brand. Yeah.
Wow.
This is the brand. Yeah.
Okay. Due to COVID, you stopped
Yeah,
working.
COVID hit us hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did hit us hard. Yeah.
Okay, and
You know, being a small company, being young, I was still learning a lot of stuff when it comes to business. Mind you, I didn't really like start a business and stuff like that. And you know, in business, especially when you're young and you're learning a big company, it becomes a challenge, and then you start struggling in so many ways. So with COVID, then everything just, crashed on us,
I was gonna ask you this later. In Malawi, growing up, were you ever addicted in alcohol?
Not alcohol as such, but I can say I was smoking a lot of weed in school.
Wow. So you came to South Africa, you went through all of this, you did the gin thing. Were you ever addicted? Were you ever bitten by the snakes that you trying to charm at some point in your life?
When it comes to me and alcohol, there was a time in Woodstock Gin, we could, like, you know, the boss would be like, "No, James, you can't go home without drinking on Friday. You need to drink," right? So we'll have drinks and stuff like that. But it was just us celebrating what we have achieved for the week.
Nice.
So that made me love distilling a lot, you know, because of the flavors that we would taste when we're doing that. But at the same time, it became something that I got used to. Like, okay, when I go to work, before I leave work, I have to take maybe a shot of gin, or maybe I need to take two. Sometimes you end up maybe having fun with guys, you drinking, then you end up getting drunk. But when I started distilling, then everything changed. So it changed from drinking alcohol to get drunk, and drinking to have an experience.
Wow. So you became more focused.
More focused and more, you know, I was just chatting to a gentleman earlier when we were talking about this. So I was telling him, like, you know what, you'll find that most successful people, when you go to their places, their houses, you find that maybe they have a 12-year whiskey, they have the most expensive gin bottle, they have the most expensive wine, they have the most maybe expensive tequila. That's not just because they have the money, but most of these guys, they drink to have an experience.
Okay, James, hold it right there. We'll be back. Let's quickly go to an ad break. We're still chilling with James Chirwa. We'll be back just now.